Got it.
Hey, hey, hey. What it do though, y'all?
Hey there.
Listen, as
So
trifling as
wait a
y'all
minute.
was last week, I'm gonna need y'all to come with some excitement this week. Come on
So
with it.
I just noticed something.
Hmm.
Our intro doesn't show up on YouTube.
I saw it.
You're the admin.
No, I saw it on YouTube. Bitch, I saw it on YouTube. Shit.
I was looking also, and it did not show up. All it showed was our logo, and then all of a sudden we showed up.
Sean, what did you see? Can't hear you.
Sorry, you
My
muted.
my fault. My mic was muted. I was talking the whole time.
I swear.
I didn't realize it was muted. But I was just asking, was she in the right show? Like,
I
which one
was
are
in the
you
right
in?
show because all of a sudden we just popped up. Like,
So,
listen,
Okay.
don't you start.
I'm just asking questions. I mean, I don't know. I'm not there. I can't see what you see.
Okay, so what did you see? Did you see the
I
intro?
wasn't I wasn't on it. You know what I'm saying? I was just pulling it up while you was talking about
you know what?
it. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I was having some difficulties trying to do what I was trying to do.
My God, today. Bless both of y'all hearts.
You know what? And that's why the topic is Thanksgiving or no fucks given. How appropriate. How appropriate, Sean.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
See,
know what I
people
did
like
wrong.
you make me not show up to dinner.
Oh.
Why? What I do?
Shots fired for real. Okay. Do tell. Do tell.
Man, you know, there are those family members that you have that every time you come, it's gonna be some shit. You already know it. You already know it. That's why my first question is who are gonna be there?
Oh, I mean, I feel you on that one though, because I'm an introvert. I don't, if it ain't the vibe that I want to be a part of, I'm not coming. And that really depends on who all is there, like for real. Yeah, no. Mm,
Then some people say, but that's family.
don't give a damn.
That ain't my choice. That's called blood running through the veins. That ain't got nothing to do with my choice. There's family and then there's family. Family are the ones you
Fact.
choose.
That's what I say. Family is the people I choose to love and that choose to love me. It is not relegated to simply being blood related or ancestry or DNA. Because what? Mm,
Right. So don't expect me to show up just because we got blood running through our veins, the same blood running through our veins. I'm not
facts.
coming just because of
And
that. And I'm not coming just because you think I should, because it's family time and it's time for forgiveness and they're getting old and
I
okay.
also want
And
to know
they
what
was
you're
getting
cooking.
old. Huh?
I said, I also want to know what you're cooking. Like, first of
So
all, is it going to be food there that I want to eat? Is it going to be
right.
people there that I want to engage
I wanna
with?
know who cooking what. Because there's
That
certain
too,
people I'm not finna eat after.
because I don't trust everybody. And just like I wouldn't eat at old coworkers' houses in the past, I won't eat at everybody's house. I don't care how I no. If if we ain't talked in 5 years, I don't want to come to your house. If we don't like each other, I don't want to sit in your face. If we don't care to be in the same room because we might come to blows, I'm not going to sit there and smile like I like you because it's on site. And I meant it when I said it the first time, right? Like,
And if on site
there are
happen to be
levels
on
to this.
Thanksgiving,
Huh?
and if on site happen to be on Thanksgiving, you gonna
Then
catch
it just
these
fucking
blows
happens on
before
Thanksgiving.
you catch them drums.
see,
No.
I don't ever be having those problems because everybody loves Sean, but I
Poor
kind of
guy.
understand where y'all coming from, though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the
Don't
only
nobody
one that
say
gotta break shit up. Like I gotta grab one nigga, throw him across the room, grab the other nigga, and drag him by his collar out. Like, yo, cut this shit the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but do you be forcing folks to be friendly and shit?
Oh, I ain't gonna force somebody to do shit they don't want to do, because I ain't gonna do shit I don't want to do.
that. And see,
That's my
that's
thing. Let me tell you, when I was younger, I was such a people pleaser that I did go to places I didn't want to go because it was expected. But now I'd be like, I don't want to go.
well, I think doesn't it okay, so for me, it kind of goes back to, when we're little, we don't have the autonomy. Not all of us anyway, because there's some parents that do that I think do navigate that a little bit better. But most times, especially in in our culture, in Black culture, we are not always raised to have autonomy over our bodies and over our feelings. It's like, shut the fuck up before I give you something to cry about for real. Go sit in the corner and be seen, not heard. Stay in a child's place. Don't give a damn if you don't like Uncle Earl and Uncle JoJo and Auntie Sally. You better get your ass over there and hug them before you offend them, right?
Mhm.
I know that he's suspected of molesting y'all, but go sit on his lap anyway because he's trying to pass out candy and dollars. Like, that's how we grew up, right? And so I think most of us veer to the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to who we choose to spend our time with, especially at holidays, because I couldn't say no when I was a child, depending on the environment, because they might come with an ass
But
whooping. But
not
as an
only can I say no now, I can say fuck no.
right. So, and I'm big on, like, most people don't know where I live. They don't have my address. Don't play them kind of games. So if I'm not giving you my address because I don't want to see you, why would you think that I want to come sit up in your house and look at you? Like, it goes both ways for me. If my home is my safe haven, anywhere that I choose to go and spend my time, I need to believe that it is a safe space. Mostly because I don't look good in overalls and in orange or gray and any of them other dusty colors that they have in prison and in jail. So nobody's worth that to me unless it just really comes down to it. And so I think sometimes you just have to really know yourself and know the people in your family, right?
Now what about this? Now
What?
what about this? It's the holidays, and a cousin you fuck with is coming, and then a cousin and they know you don't fuck with, think because it's the holidays they can show up too.
I ain't going. Because if I said it was on site and if I said I
Oh
didn't
no,
like you,
no, show up at your door.
oh, they just won't get in the door. What? Who play them kind of games? If I said I don't like you and I don't deal with you and you're not welcome in my home and in my space, I don't give a fuck how far you drove. You're not getting in. And don't care what whoever said about it. Who house is this?
But we've
That's
had
it.
those things too because
I
it's
understand.
the holidays and everybody
Don't
thinks,
care.
well,
They're not
y'all
getting in.
should make amends because she's only in town this weekend. But then you better take her ass to IHOP.
Somebody better get a hotel room and a meal to eat because or him who they not getting in. I again, but I'm big on boundaries. I don't care who I gotta enforce them with. If I will cut my own mama off of her bullshit, what makes you think that anybody else won't get the axe as well? Like, I'm all about peace at this point in my life. Peace. You know what I'm saying? I have my little confusion and my chaos because life, but I am all about peace. So if you create chaos, you don't get access to me. It's just that simple for me.
But
If
we
you
also got
create
them family
confusion,
members that,
don't get access to me.
well, you got those also those nice nasty family members too. Yeah, you know the ones I'm talking about. The ones that like to slide in insults as just I'm just saying.
You know what I said to my great aunt the last time she commented on my hips? Girl, them hips getting bigger and bigger. I said, so is your boobs. Like, what the fuck are you talking about right now?
So I
Like,
don't I don't understand how that's a slight though. Like if your hips get bigger, so what? Niggas like that shit. Like, what the
Right.
fuck?
But so we're not talking about niggas. We
We're
talking
not
about
talking
women.
about that. We talking about people that will slide a jab in there, and it's a jab, and they just try to disguise it as a compliment or
Exactly.
a compliment, but it's
And
a
most black
backhanded
girls,
compliment, and it's really a jab.
yeah, because most black girls from a young age, especially if you develop earlier, grow up hearing, girl, you got some curves on you. Girl, where all that ass come from? Every time I see you, your hips get bigger. And that's literally what I grew up hearing, right? Like every time I saw them at a family reunion or a holiday or anything that we were all together, Jazz, why your hips getting so big? Why your thighs and your butt so big? Because
Right.
it's like certain women in my family got it, and then certain women in my family just got nothing, or all they had was boobs, right? And so because I had everything, like that's something as little as I can remember, I have heard. So that when she said that to me, a matter of fact, I think it was the weekend of my wedding years ago. I was like, oh, okay, well, your boobs getting big as hell too. So what are we talking about? Because at that point, if I've said so, but in all fairness, if I've said something to you about it and you know that it bothers me or makes me self-conscious, the fact that you keep saying it lets me know all bets are off, because I'm gonna say whatever come to mind after that if you bring it up again, because I've given you the opportunity, right?
Right.
So it's like you adult, I'm adult, we can have adult conversation. And what is it that they say? You ask stupid questions, you get stupid ass answers.
And don't come for me unless I sent for you.
No. What did I used to tell people? If I wanted your opinion, I'd tell you what it was and then tell you what I wanted to say back to you. But I ain't ask you, so keep it. Like, because I just feel like a lot of times people, like Gypsy said, and I don't know because I'm not a guy, so maybe guys don't go through this, but a lot of times women in families, like the older matriarchal women, they will say things like that out of love because they're concerned or they want you to lose weight. Bitch, you fucking obese. How are you talking about me and I weigh less than you? Like, if you want me to deal with this, be the example. Show me the example, then I can
It's
follow your
not
lead.
love.
Don't talk about me and you over there eating 3 pieces of pound cake. Like, no.
It's not love. It's jealousy.
And that's my point. It's jealousy and insecurity. And instead of us, and this is generational wounds, because a lot of times they're watching us live out goals, dreams, freedom, whatever that they didn't. And so instead of working through that and having open, honest conversation. So I was going to talk about this as the hot topic. Let's segue for a minute.
Yes.
Did y'all see this video? Some children in church. There's a video going around. These are young kids. I think the oldest one may have been 12, 13, if that old, and then younger. It was like 4 or 5 babies up front. These motherfuckers. So it's a woman up there. I don't care if you thankful for your teacher, and I don't care if you're thankful for that. We don't want to hear none. So she starts off telling the kids what they cannot even say they're thankful for.
Wow.
First, she's the MC to whoever's first, right? Then they give the microphone to the kids, and the first little girl said, and I'm calling them little kids and babies because that's what they are to me, right? So the first little girl says I'm thankful for whatever. And I'll see, can I find y'all the video? But I'm thankful for whatever. And that was not good enough. So they kept goading her. And then she kept trying to think of things to add to it, right? So then she gave the microphone to the little girl standing next to her, who was even younger by all appearances. And they kept pushing her. And you could tell, like you could just see that this child was uncomfortable. And they kept pushing her and waiting. And then this lady came up. I don't know if she was the mother or who the hell she was, but she came up and was like, no, we gonna, and I'm paraphrasing y'all because I don't remember the exact words. No, we gonna get this together. No, Holy Spirit, come on in here. We go. So now you're acting as if the child is doing something wrong because you done put them on the spot. You done told them what they can't say. You done made them uncomfortable. And I'm going somewhere with all of this. So finally, she says, I'm thankful for my stepmother because she listens to me better than my mom does. Again, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what she said. Oh, fuck. because then everybody started calling her demonic and evil and wanting to pray the fucking evil out of her. So now, and they were live streaming this. Like the church was actually live streaming this on social media and then tried to use it as a teaching moment of how the child was being disrespectful to her mother, overrode what the child said. It was like, Mama, it's okay. We're going to pray on this, honey. We finna act. Come on, the church got to stand together. Mama, we got you. Now you not already embarrassed the child. Now you're chastising her because you told her to tell you what she was thankful for. Speak from the heart. And when she did, right? So this is why a lot of people, again, coming back to adults, this is why a lot of people don't deal with their families anymore, whether it's holidays, gatherings, get-togethers, what? Because you have the religious aspect, you have the manipulation, you have the control, and then you have the divisiveness of if you don't behave and say what they want you to do, then you're wrong, you're evil, you're demonic, you're divisive, you're trying to tear the family apart. All of a sudden, you like the black sheep and the worst fucking possible human being walking the face of the earth. And so a lot of this starts in childhood, either in church and or at home. So by the time you get into your 20s, a lot of people still feel the pressure to perform, because I did, and I stayed, and I was there at all the family things, even when I moved out of state, still driving back home, right?
Right.
And when I got to my 30s, I was like, fuck all y'all. Like, if you
Right.
want to have a healthy relationship with me, you will get to know me as who I am now, and you'll engage with this version of me. And if you don't, then you just lose access to me. And they thought I was
Right.
playing until I didn't show up. And then I didn't show up again. Then it was the calls and the, well, what happened to you? We missed you. No, hell, you didn't. You couldn't have
No.
missed me because you ain't talked to me. But that child she was a perfect example of what so many people have dealt with generationally. And so when they get to adulthood, they're just over it. I'm gonna find that video and send it to you. But yeah,
But you know what else too?
yeah.
That's also why a lot of adults go away from the church, because the church is so corrupted now, and it's just like that's not what church is supposed to be.
Girl.
And that kind of behavior just turns people off. Again, that's where they start saying who all gonna be there, including at the church. The biggest demons be in there.
Baby, I'll be the biggest demon you want me to be, but I still ain't coming. Like,
I'm talking about, but that's the thing, is that people don't really understand that that's exactly why a lot of people don't fool with the church, because the church is like
mhm.
the same. That's where a lot of that behavior started, that pleasing type behavior, trying to appease people appease people in the church and stuff like that. That's usually where it starts, because that's where they expect you to behave a certain way, to talk a certain way, to hug people. That now, as children, you can see demons on people, and you make me hug this damn demon, and
Mhm.
and still I keep telling you I don't want to be over there with her. I don't want to go up there. But
Mhm.
you forcing it, and then you wonder why the children don't want to be part of that environment.
Yeah. Well, because of the religiosity, and then a lot of family members, and I wanted to use that example because I think it shows the multi layers of the experience,
Mhm,
right? A lot of families will use the Bible or church or religiosity
mhm.
or religiousness to confuse people or manipulate
Right.
into feeling
Mhm.
wrong because they don't want to come. They don't want to come and be taken advantage of, because how many times do people invite you to their house and all of a sudden you end up paying for all the stuff or bringing all the stuff that they knew they didn't
Right.
have when they invited everybody, but they know you're the dependable one. You're the one that budgets. You're the one that saves. You're the one that bails people out. So they're going to
Can
put it
you
on you at the
stop
last
by the
minute.
store and get on your
Right.
way?
It started off as one thing. Then when you look back, it's like $200 that you ended up spending to get that one last thing on the way to their house,
Mhm.
right? Or they want you to cook all the stuff. They know they didn't know how to cook it, but they knew they were going to ask you and you were going to step in and bail them. They know their house was dirty, but they know you're the one that's going to come early and help clean up and help set up and help decorate.
OMG. I am so guilty of coming early and helping set up and helping then be the last one to leave because the help break down and all of that. No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what is the problem with saying no?
A lot of people, Sean, don't know how to say no because they haven't gotten to the point of feeling like
Right.
they can survive or thrive without their family.
Right.
Not showing up sometimes is the difference in you wake up with family tomorrow, or you wake up with everybody mad at you in the group text, or everybody mad at you giving you the stank eye next time your thing happens, or anything that's going on in your life. Well, you didn't show up last Thanksgiving. Well, so and so had this and you didn't show up.
Sean, it's hard because you're a guy, and then you're also that guy that is like, I don't care. Yeah.
I mean, there is that part because yeah, I don't give a fuck. I will do whatever the fuck I gotta do. I don't care. Like fuck it. Oh, you don't like me today? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. It's not gonna hurt my feelings.
So
I don't
again,
care.
we know you're different. We talk about
Right.
this all the time. The three of us have all gotten to places in our lives, and
Mhm.
Sean, you may have been there a little bit longer, right? But we've gotten to
Right.
places in our lives where we can reconcile the fact that I just may not talk to this person anymore. It is what it is,
Right. Right.
or I may be distant. But again, you have to realize that everybody doesn't have that level of individualism. Everybody doesn't have that courage all the time, depending on what they've been going through or what they may be facing or navigating currently. And
Right.
COVID was a perfect example of that. Like everybody
Absolutely.
loves to say, oh, I love to be at home. I don't care. I don't want to go. I don't want to be invited. But when they were forced to stay their asses at home and couldn't see people, the depression was real. The anxiety revved
Yep.
up because it's one thing to talk and say it, and it's another whole thing to have to live it out. This is why a lot of people that usually don't, we're dealing with suicidal thoughts. This is why a
Mhm.
lot of people that had their mental health under control all of a sudden were crashing out and having to
Mhm.
up their dosages or go to therapy more often or look at alternative therapies, because when you are separated from the people that you built your identity on,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? How do
Right.
you survive? A lot of people do not have those coping skills. That's hands across the board.
That's real.
And then in our community, when mental health and therapy and talking to people outside your business is still so highly stigmatized, right? So then they were at home
Mhm.
trying to cope with it by themselves, which was another, screw. And so now
Right.
that we ain't even really past that, but now that we navigated to a different part of this season of life,
Right.
people were jumping at the bit to start back getting out the past few years and be with their loved ones and their family and their whoever.
And
And
they don't
so
really like them.
they don't
Keep
like
in
them, but it's
mind, they
better than
don't
not
like
seeing
them. But that's the devil they know, and they would rather be
them.
with the devil they know than the devil they
Better
don't.
than not seeing them. Better than being at home by yourself. Listen, somebody asked me today, "What you doing for Thanksgiving?" I said, "Laying in my bed." She's matter
Right.
of fact, I was at the bank, and she was like, "You not cooking?" I said, "First of all, my stove broke. I'm still waiting on them to get parts to come and fix it. So number one, there's that. I'm not cooking
There's that.
anything. And if I have anything for the holidays, it's gonna be because I went and bought it and put it in the fridge because I'm not cooking nothing. I don't want to go over nobody's house cook it. I no, we good. Number two,
Mhm.
I said my friends, I've been invited a few places.
Right.
We gonna see if I go because depending on how comfortable my bed feels that day, I may stay
Right.
my ass in it. I truly am an introvert. I do like to be at home by myself and in my space and comfortable in my PJs or naked in my house. You know what I'm like?
Now
But
wait, I have a question
but
though.
everybody can't do that. What?
Are you the introvert that while I do like being at home, I still sometimes want to be invited? I might not come, but I still want to be invited.
Yes. Oh,
That's selfish, ain't
I don't give a damn. You better invite me, and then I'm gonna decide if I'm coming.
y'all wildin'. But
No, it's
hey,
for real.
It's
I
real.
mean, yo, I'm the biggest introvert there is, but I still do love going out. Like, it just depends on my mood. But at the same time, like I don't have no problem with going out. It's just me. I be looking at it financially. Like, man, look, I don't want to be paying all this money to go do something. You know, when I could just be at home chilling.
Right.
For me, it's
Very
just
sad.
I don't like all the noise and all the crowds. Though I love people, I really don't like people.
Mhm.
I like more controlled, smaller environments. And I've gotten to a place of honesty with myself about this. So I'm not gonna lie to other people about it. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
Right.
no, I feel you on that. I don't like going to concerts. Not that I don't enjoy them. It just be too many damn people.
Exactly. Like if I go to a
Mhm.
small lounge and it's live music or a mini concert or something, I'm all about that. But if you want me to go to like the arena and all the screaming and all the yelling, don't be mad at me
That's
if
too
I want
much.
to leave early. Like I love
Right.
hockey. So I like to go to the hockey games every year and I'm still going to leave early. Did I pay for the tickets or did they pay for the tickets? Yup. And I'm still leaving early. You can leave with me or not, but I don't want to be here fighting all that parking and everybody trying to get out. I'm out. Like
Right.
I know my limits. And I think that when we step into our adulthood and we say we know ourselves, then we have to know the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between, right? We have to know what our limitations are because once I get to the point, and I said this at work years ago, I was sitting in a week-long conference with some people, like we were going through all this training. And so, we were all new in that room and then we were all assigned where to sit and all this stuff. And so everybody at the table trying to get to know each other. And I wasn't really saying anything. And I was like, you know, observing. And they said, "You're so quiet." I said, "Yeah, I'm trying to save my peopling meter." And the girl said, "What do you mean?" I said, "When the timer in my head goes off, I'm going to tune out. It don't care what's
Mhm.
happening. It don't care what y'all talking about. When that timer stops,
Right.
this brain shuts down." And she was like, "Haha, you're so funny." And when she saw it happen, she was like, "Wait." We were sitting at the
Yeah.
table and I completely zoned out. And she was like, "Jasmine, what's happening? Did your timer literally just go off?" And I was like, "Yup, please stop talking to me." And I meant it. So because I know this, like when my peopling meter is empty, I don't want to put myself in situations I ain't got to be in. When I have a corporate training the day before, I don't do a whole lot. I'm in my hotel room quiet. I'm not really sightseeing. I'm chilling because I know the next day I gotta be in that room talking to all them people for 4 to 6 hours. And I gotta be nice and smiling and
Mhm.
approachable.
Right.
And so my people meter has to be full. Now, once I'm done with them, I'm going back to my hotel room. I don't want to talk to nobody. And then the next day, I can go out and I can sightsee. Or if I get there a few days earlier, I can sightsee,
Right.
have fun, do all I'm going to do. And then the day before, I'm in my hotel room quiet. I don't want to do all of that. Same thing when I go out here. Like, if I was going to do Thanksgiving with my people, the day before, I probably ain't talking to nobody. Because I know in order, in order for me to be over there and not show my ass when that meter goes off and people are in my face and they don't know how to take no for an answer and stop talking to me.
No, she didn't. She said, "When our meter goes off."
For real. Y'all,
Sean,
y'all
why?
remember
Sean, why did you look away?
y'all remember them Snickers commercials? "Oh, she hangry, give her a Snickers." That is me when my people meter goes off. And it's not because I'm hungry. It is because all of my energy to deal with them peoples has
It's
run out.
done.
I ain't got
Right.
nothing left in the gas tank. And when I say I'm tapped out, leave me alone, and you keep wanting to talk, that's when I'm gonna start cussing and be like, "Get the fuck out my face." And I don't want to act like that. So I know how to handle myself.
Now I look like that because I heard a noise and I was like, "Oh shit, it's a tornado about to hit over here." That's why I look like that.
Is you
It
Is you
seemed
good?
like it maybe just was a heavy truck rolling through.
You know it sounds like a train, right?
That's why I said it was. It seems like it was a heavy truck just rolling through because I don't hear no more.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, we need to
Well,
make
we
sure
hope you
you're
don't fly
good.
away, Sean.
I hope so. Even unless I
I
hear
don't
anything
know. That would
else.
make a good viral video, though. They would probably get a lot of views on
That's
this.
fucked up.
I mean, really, girl.
Okay, like, oh shit, I'm getting sucked away. It's like, oh shit, this gonna be gold. We about to get a million subscribers off this shit.
I'm just, I'm just saying, Sean, you can help us get
Mhm.
our ratings up.
Mhm.
Ooh.
And,
But now,
and he got
not
sucked
to
away on camera.
not to take anything away from what you were saying. It's just wow. I mean, I guess. Well, I mean, I've always said this. It's hard being a woman because y'all be going through some shit. Cause I be damn, let a nigga tell me some dumb shit. I'm gonna tell him some dumb shit right here, motherfucker. But anyway, you can take it for how you want to take it. Oh, I see you gaining some weight there. Yes, I got a good life. I'm eating good. What you eating on?
Ooh, ooh.
Trust me, I've had those conversations, and I've said exactly that.
Yeah,
What you
it's
eating
different
on?
being a guy.
But Gypsy, I don't even think it's because yeah, maybe some of it because he's a guy, but also I think he's just self-aware and comfortable in his own skin. And so women can be there too, because I've known some guys that are afraid to tell their families no. How many mama's boys have you seen
I
that
see
will
that.
not tell
That
their mother no and will lose a good woman, will lose out on a job opportunity, will not go to school somewhere they want to go to school, just like women will, because they don't want to piss their mom off or piss their dad off or disappoint their family. Like men struggle with it just like women if they don't have healthy boundaries.
and I guess that's what it is. Trust me, I was a mama's boy, but nah, I tell my mom no in a minute. Cause yeah, hold on, wait, I ain't. Nope, you must be tripping.
That's funny.
I
Yeah,
mean, cause
healthy boundaries.
it's one thing to be a mama's boy, but it's another thing to be your mama's man.
Oh,
That is, let's talk about it
oh,
because how often, I don't know about other communities. I know I see it some, but I see it really prevalently in our community where a lot of guys will let mama make them her man, and he ain't got no room for nothing else healthy in his life because she done took up all the space. She taking up all his extra money, all his extra time, all his extra energy. She's treating him like her man. And
right,
then when he does get the bravery to approach a woman he actually likes and will start to date her, mama will start to be slick as hell and say slick shit to the woman on the side when
right.
baby boy can't hear her, and then make him think, oh girl, trifling when she say something. Like, man, I done seen it and I done experienced it. It be wild
Hmm.
out here in these streets.
Oh no, it'd be real. It'd be real wild. Trust me, it's shit out there. I mean, especially that goddamn Reddit.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
Because
oh
people
yeah.
they will fucking
And
just
then, am I
spill
the
their
asshole?
soul. You know what I'm saying? They would spill their soul. It's like, yo, we didn't need to know that. We ain't need to know that you fucking your sister.
You
We
mean
ain't
on
need.
the am I the asshole?
No, I mean that's too, but
hold up.
on Reddit,
Back up, Sean. What?
yeah.
On Reddit?
Look,
Maybe
it
I need to go
yes,
back and look.
it
I
it be
ain't seen that.
stories out there where they was like, yo, I found out this is because my dad left the family when I was young, and he had another family. He left them, and I ended up meeting Shorty, and I ain't know. And then we found out later on after we was married
Oh,
that we was siblings.
oh.
Ooh, that's
It
not
be stories
good.
like that. I read this one story, and that's why I said, don't it's different being your mama's man. Because I read this one story where this Shorty was confessing her shit, and she's like she met this dude and she had a threesome with him and his moms.
What? What kind of
And,
sick
and,
shit
and,
is
and
that?
his mom gave him head during the threesome. Like, oh
What?
shit.
Mm,
Oh, ooh,
Yeah,
ain't no way in hell.
so yeah, it's a lot of crazy shit out here.
That's just foul.
It's a lot of crazy shit out here. It's a lot of crazy shit. Yo, I ain't got nothing to do with it. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
do you think it's because people lost their moral compass again? Because going back to childhood,
Nah, I don't. I
we
don't
were
think people lost their moral compass. I just don't think people realize that we are animals just like every other fucking animal out here. That we make choices
That's just
and we
wild.
choose not to do certain shit, but we still, at the end of the day, just because we can think and we got opposable thumbs, monkeys can think and they got opposable thumbs too. They still fucking animals. and we are animals just the same. But people don't want to realize that. They want to
Yep.
think that humankind, human beings, are something more than just fucking animals. We are fucking animals.
I mean, I can't even argue with you.
I can't argue with you either.
I'm just
That's
saying.
wow.
Just am outdone with that one.
But
On
ladies,
Yeah.
another note,
big hips and big boobs ain't nothing to be ashamed of. Don't be ashamed of that shit. Flaunt that shit. My favorite
Mhm.
line from a movie is, "Bitch, I know somebody that like it."
why did I just see a reel the other day when somebody was talking about that lady was mimicking that? I don't forget what the thing was, but I heard that and I just hollered laughing.
That's
At the
funny.
end of the day, I mean, I love my body now, but I will not lie and say that I did not have years, like years, where I was so self-conscious, and always wearing big clothes because, when you start hearing that from a young age, you think something's wrong. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? That is something you start to feel as if it's something to be ashamed about or something's wrong with you because why do you have it and other women don't? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay, this must be just I'm doing too much or I'm eating like I had thankfully, never had an eating disorder and I've I've lived a fairly healthy life, with my food habits. I have like a really good love affair with food, right? But I had a long time, a lot of years where I was extremely self-conscious of my physical body because I thought that I wasn't supposed to look like this. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with me because I look like this and they don't. I'm the odd one out. And as I continue to age and get older and see more and more people built like me, it was like, okay. But I also, again, for context, like I'm 46 now, and outside of having a slight muffin top, I literally look the same as I did when I was 14. I
Mhm.
graduated high school. I did not graduate high school. I got my GED. When I would have graduated high school at 18, I was in a size 6. And I still have size 8s that I can fit in my closet. I wear like an 8 to a 14, depending on the brand, right? How it's made.
Mhm.
So curve wise, I look the same. I'm the same height. I got the same curves, just a little bit thicker because I weigh a little bit more. But I look the same as I did when I was 14. So you're talking about for 30 years, I've had pretty much the same body. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
at 14, you got grown women telling you that your ass is too big or your hips are too big or why you got all them boobs. I was a B cup until I was in my 30s, and then I started getting a little bigger. So when you hear that constantly, it's like, shut up,
What?
Shonda.
Nah, I
Some
mean
it's all different days.
the math ain't mathing. It ain't. It's just not. Cause
What do you
how you
mean?
gonna be? Because I know what a size 6 is. I know what a size 6 is. So how somebody gonna tell you, oh, you getting big when you a size 6? Like what? The fuck
Now,
out of here.
now do you see the ludicrousness?
Mhm.
That's what I'm
The
saying. Like
insanity.
and then like your boobs too big, but you a B cup. Like come on, man.
The
Come on,
ludicrousness.
man.
But this is what young girls are dealing with every day. So thank you for seeing that from a man's perspective. Because when a man hears size 6,
Mhm.
the look on your face that like you can see the ludicrousness that at size 6, I was being told I was too big. I was being told I was too thick. My ass was too big. My hips were too wide. And so 30 years later, again, I had the same physical makeup. I just am slightly thicker. But I would have graduated high school around 18. I was a size 6. Now I have 8 to 14 in my closet. I still have size 8s that I can fit. Just had someone last week, right? And it's not because I'm trying to fit into them and starve myself. That's just how I'm made and how the brands work. But you
Mhm.
got that mentality from women. So imagine young women not wanting to go to their family's house and eat for holidays because
Right.
everybody picking out, everybody try to have fun, and all they're gonna be doing is looking at your plate and policing you, girl. You sure you want to eat that? You don't want to put that back. You already thick. Look at them thighs, girl. Look at them hips.
Shut up. I know somebody that like it.
now, now I be looking at them like, bitch. But
Right.
Then, but again, you also still got to recognize a lot of people have not gotten to the place where we exist. Like, fuck you. A lot of people have not gotten there. They need that relationship to thrive and to survive because they may not feel like they have anybody else to lean on. So, as
Right.
toxic as that person or people may be, like Gypsy said, the evil that you know is better than the evil that you don't.
Mhm.
Look, let me tell you this. It's people out there that fuck balloons. So if it's people out there that fuck balloons, it's somebody out there that's gonna like your ass. Just know that. And if you think I'm lying, look that shit up.
Lord Jesus.
You better stay off Reddit.
Oh no, that's not even that's from that TV show where people be doing strange shit like eating rocks and shit like that.
Oh wow.
I forget the name of the
That's
show, but it's
crazy.
yeah, it's a show out there where they got people that have strange lifestyles. But it's like, yo, at the end of the day, and this is the thing. So, and I always try to tell people, first of all, you got to step outside of yourself. You can't
Yeah.
just be caught up in your own thought process because yeah, okay, that works for you, but so many different people think so many different ways,
Yeah.
and you got to be receptive of all that shit if you
Right.
want to be a quote unquote well-rounded person. I'm not saying you got to agree with it. There's a difference between being receptive and agreeing with it. So a lot of shit I don't agree with, but hey, that's what you do. That's what you do.
Hmm.
That's just what it is. I don't have no say on it. You know why? Because first of all, it don't affect me. You ain't paying none of my fucking bills.
Facts.
You ain't putting no food in my stomach. No nothing. So fuck out of here. Do you though? Have fun. Do you?
That's how I live now. You ain't paying that damn bill in my house. You ain't buying no food. You ain't put no clothes on my back. Matter of fact, you don't even buy for my business. Who are you?
That is
But
funny.
again, you have people that were raised now bringing the church or the religiosity back into it because you got a lot of us that were raised respect your elders. Now your elders can be spitting in your face, beating your ass, slap, disrespecting you, but you are supposed to respect your elders and honor thy mother and thy father. Even though the Bible says don't give your children reason to have aught against you, people love to cut that part out and just say honor thy mother and thy father. So when you've been raised that way and you are indoctrinated into that and don't feel like anything else is right, because a lot of people still exist in a space where Christianity is it. It's in
Right.
all, all the bees knees. When you exist in that space and that's the standard that you hold yourself to, going to the holiday events, the Thanksgiving, the Christmas, the whoever, the whatever, is respect of your elder. So you can't not show up because then you're being seen as disrespectful, right? A
Well,
lot
I'm
of
just
people
gonna be
just are not in a place to
disrespectful because I
combat.
ain't coming.
A lot of people are just not in a place to combat that.
I am now. I've recently found my voice. Like I really just don't care.
Let's also talk about the fact we have a lot of people that are dealing with financial stress and strain,
Mhm.
food scarcity. And so, if that is the reality or the space that someone is in at this moment, they may feel like going to their family for the holidays is the only way to guarantee that they're going to have plentiful food for that day for them and their husband, wife, and or kids or whoever's in their household that they're responsible for, or even just themselves. They may need to go and make, to go plates to take to make sure that they have lunch for a few days after that for work or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of reasons I think that people give into the pressure and they still go.
Mm-mm.
What are you doing?
Huh?
I
What?
don't see any.
I'm looking right at it.
I'm talking about Gypsy. Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm like looking for comments. I can't find them.
Oh,
What's wrong with
I don't
me?
know.
There's been some comments dropped on the live stream. I don't know why they're not
I
in
don't
here,
see
but
them. Like I
I
can't see them.
can't see them either.
yeah, they're
You
not
Um.
on
always
here.
supposed to
They
see them.
they are in the live stream though.
Oh,
I
right
am
here.
in the live stream. I don't see them.
Are you
So
in the
we
right
did y'all
one?
switch back to StreamYard because we ran away from home, y'all, for about a month, and we tried we tried
See,
a different platform, and
see,
it was just not worth it. So
that's
Nope.
we
that's
had to come
that's
on back home.
that's what happens. You know, women always want to try different shit. Yeah, I said it. I said it.
So we had to come on back home, come on back to the playground. So we still trying to get used to all these updates and changes that StreamYard has made. So forgive us if we are missing your
Yeah,
comment.
cause like
We
Now I don't
Melly,
see
Melly Mel,
uh,
5338. He just said I'm well she I don't know who it is, but they said
man.
I'm commenting, but they did leave some comments. Now, I don't
please
know what
forgive us.
live y'all in, but the live I'm in, I can see the comments.
Yeah, please
So
forgive us because I can't see
Hold
them.
on. I'm in the live and I don't see them.
I'm looking
So
right at it. The first comment said, "Why the men so different? How is it like they need flowers and feet rubs more than women?" And
okay,
I'm
well,
gonna tell
Sean,
you,
you just read the comments out. So
Yeah,
we'll
you
just
I'm,
read
I'm,
the
I'm gonna
comments
tell,
because we can't see them.
I'm gonna tell you this, Melly Mel. Men been shitted on for far too long. So yeah, now men do want their flowers, and I'm not saying you gotta get flowers, but men do want their flowers, like because they've been shitted on. I mean, men have been overlooked and taken advantage of for way too long. And you might think, this. Look, now granted, yeah, it's a lot of feminine niggas out there now. These wearing lace panties while they got they fucking sag on. Like the fuck is that? I don't know.
I was
wait.
getting
But
ready to
it's
say now, don't come for the lace because Prince was fine. I mean, never mind. Sorry.
Prince is on a different level. I'm just talking
Right.
about average, regular, everyday niggas walking down the street with their pants sagging. That nigga ain't sag his pants. He might have the ass cut out, but he ain't sag his pants. You know what I'm saying? But he was on a different level.
This is true.
And when you got hundreds of millions of dollars, yeah, that's why you think Diddy caught up in the shit he caught up in. When you got that
Prince
kind of
was
money,
doing what the
you
hell he
pretty much
wanted to do before he had
you
hundreds
pretty
of
much
millions of
you
dollars.
look, but that's the mentality that gets you
Hmm.
there. Are you drinking blood?
No, nigga.
Okay,
He
because
be
that's what
on
it
with
looked
it
like.
all the
It
time.
looked like blood.
She juicing. I bet that's beet juice, ain't it?
No. So actually, I did have some beet juice because a friend of mine made some yesterday. But this is blood. I was gonna say blood. Nigga,
Lord.
this is blood. This is raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and I threw a little strawberry in there for some razzle dazzle. And it's got some sea moss
Oh,
that a friend of mine makes. So I threw the sea moss in there because he made it specifically to help me reduce my inflammation and my joint
mhm,
pain. So all of
mhm.
that's mixed in there. So if you want some, he's local in the Birmingham area. Get with me and I will get you connected because it is absolutely really affordable.
Sea moss.
Um,
Huh?
sea moss, yeah. So he made a blend with some herbs and some things in there specifically to help me reduce pain and inflammation. So I add that to my juice as well every day. But yeah, so I've been juicing what's today? Monday. So I've been juicing about 10 days today, I think. And
Do you
like
feel lighter?
seriously, huh?
Do you feel lighter?
Yes, like seriously, I was in excruciating pain, y'all, because the season is changing.
Mhm.
And so for anybody that knows me personally knows I deal with barometric pressure headaches. So in simple terms, that just means when the pressure outside is changing, like the temperature is changing, the pressure has to equalize in your head to be comfortable in the surrounding environment. And if it shifts too quickly and the pressure in your head doesn't shift as quick, then you're going to deal with headache and possibly a migraine. And
So
so
you
I was
can't you can't go to Denver.
Nope.
if I go to different places like that, I gotta go early before whatever plans I have because I need a day or two for my body to adjust and equalize to the pressure, yeah, to the elevation. So yeah, so I was like in excruciating pain. Like I was starting to have migraines again with this weather changing because it went from like 20 degrees outside to like 50 and then 70 degrees the next week again. And so my nerves were burning, my joints were hurting and swelling, like it was insane. My hands started swelling again. So so yeah, I started juicing. He made me some sea moss and I've been adding that in. And I went back down to like taking my pain meds once a day instead of 3 times a day. So it did what I needed it to do. And so I'm probably gonna keep it up. And I'm back to eating like 1 meal a day, just to make sure I have enough energy to do everything I need to do. And
Do you snack in between? Like healthy snacks? Like
I just
some nuts or
I do eat
just
some walnuts if I want to, but like
okay.
so far, what I've been doing is just I get up in the morning, make my juice, and for me, I just literally put it in the blender with some water, some agave, put my sea moss in there, blend it all up, and then I have a pitcher, like a gallon pitcher. I'll put that in there and then fill it up the rest of the way with water, so I have something to drink on throughout the day. And then like I have some walnuts, but I've gotten to a point where I'm only like the first week I wasn't eating anything. I was just doing the juicing because I had so much inflammation. Like my hands were starting to swell again, my feet were swelling. Um, and so I was like, I got to do something. I got to get this down. So then I got to a point this weekend where I needed to have something. So I went back to doing a meal a day for now. Now I'll probably go back to eating, consistently later. But for right now, I was more focused on I got to feel better. So yeah.
I have a question. Have you noticed that it seems like a lot more people are getting autoimmune diseases? I wonder if that has
I've
to
heard
do
people say
with
that. I don't
I
know.
mean, but that's I mean, that's what people don't realize and really understand. All the pollutants that we put out into this world are affecting us every day, all the fucking time.
Mhm,
Hmm.
And that's one of the symptoms. Yeah,
mhm,
we're gonna have a lot of autoimmune deficiency,
mhm,
and it's gonna get worse and worse.
mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna go any further into that because that's gonna lead to a whole nother conversation. Let's stick to no fucks given. But anyway,
Well, I think this is relevant to no fucks given, and here's
It
why.
is.
Because so for like me, because I've been doing this cleanse, again, I've gotten invitations, for the holiday, and I was very upfront with everybody, like, I'm not gonna eat 90% of what you're cooking. So I don't feel like I need to come look at you just to not eat and watch everybody else eat. Like,
Right,
so
right.
so one of my friends was like, no, we want you here. So what can you eat? And I was like, well, right now, I'm probably gonna focus on like if I do eat, it's gonna be like a salad or some coleslaw, and maybe
or
some
some
fish or
rice
something.
cake.
Nah, fuck some rice cakes. If I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna eat. And so,
Right.
so they was like, well, we're gonna cook that then, right? Like we're gonna go
Mhm.
get that and we're gonna cook that to make sure you can have something that you can enjoy. I won't be doing any desserts or anything, but that's another thing to consider why some people will be like, I ain't going. Because if you don't eat certain things and they don't have
Right,
anything that you can actually eat, whether it's for health issues, whether it's for pain management, whatever the reason, allergies, it
right,
doesn't matter. But
right.
I feel like if people are going to invite you to their house, they need to be mindful of if you
Your
have
diet.
special concerns, right? So I've always
Mhm.
been that way. If I'm inviting you to my house, it's because I'm saying you're safe here. And I'm going to ask people if there's something you can't eat or something you need to make sure that I have, let me know. Even when I've done corporate things and had to plan parties and things like that, it's always been if there's something you can't be exposed to or something you need to make sure it's here so you can eat, let me know so that it's as inclusive as possible. But a lot of families is like, we finna do the hog miles and the salt, fat, back and the greens and the fuck your vegetarian and your non-meat ass.
But
You know what
but
I'm saying?
see, that's
Okay.
that's the thing though. If you cook, yeah, I'm gonna ask you because like you could do a dessert. You could have just like you said you partake of the agave, so you could have a fresh fruit agave
Oh
tart.
yeah. But a lot of people are not gonna do that, Sean. Like real talk. How many? So
Well,
I
I cook. So if you tell me that, I'm like, oh, let me whip some shit up. Because once you said
Sean,
that, so I was
you
like,
are
shit,
different.
I would throw some shit together like that, like boom bang.
Right. You're different.
Okay.
Everybody
All
ain't like
right.
that.
For disclosure, I was not trying to kill her. I was not. But
Okay, when you
You
start
know
a
it's about to be
situation,
some shit with
I
nasty
don't even know
but
if I
hold
disclosure.
want
up.
to. I want plausible
I
deniability. I don't even know if I want to
Right.
hear this.
I
I
don't want to be
started I
complicit in none of
started
your words.
laughing because this is the family joke. It was a Thanksgiving. And no, was it a Thanksgiving? No, it was some event, but I remember I barbecued and I used Lipton onion soup in my hamburger meat, right? When I
Oh
barbecue, right?
yeah, that shit got
But
MSG in it.
but my sister-in-law is allergic to onions. She's
She allergic
allergic
to
to onions.
onions.
She's allergic to onions, but I'm sorry.
You
It's
laughing a
not.
little too much.
It's
I think that was
it's
on
not.
purpose.
It's not funny. It's not funny. I wasn't trying. I wasn't trying to. But my brother accused me of trying to kill his wife. You tried to kill my wife,
Mm,
and so
mm.
that is the family joke. Is when I'm gonna cook. Is did you use onions? You know Sophie coming, and so so that's the thing, right? It's like sometimes we're not trying to do something to somebody, but yeah, we might that might just be our habit of where we cook our stuff. And so yeah, you're right about we have to be mindful of
Yeah.
people's allergies and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, my family this happened over 25 years ago. And to this day they still say I tried to kill that girl.
I don't know, it might be something to that because you laughing a little too hard for that one.
I know that was a little too funny.
Okay. But even like that, I
Yeah,
used to have a
yeah.
friend that was allergic to mushrooms, right? So when we went out
Right,
to dinner, anything we did in public, none of us would get mushrooms in our food to make sure because you at dinner, lunch, or whatever with your girls, everybody want to try everybody's food, right? So in solidarity, we all made sure that we never ordered anything that had mushrooms in it. That way she could try our stuff, we could try her stuff, and she was safe. Same thing when she would come to the house and I could cook. I have multiple friends that don't eat pork. I'll eat I don't really eat as much now, but every once in a while I'll eat some bacon or
right,
something. But I know if I'm cooking, I'm gonna cook everything without anything in it. That's
right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Because I want to make sure that they're good. I'm not one of them people that just be like, scrape that part out. That's so trifling.
No, that's ludicrous because
That's
when
so
a person
trifling.
has the
It's
allergy,
it's it's difference when you have an allergy versus you don't like it. If you don't like it,
right,
scrape that shit off. But if you got an allergy, then no, hell no, because you
But the
can't
thing
even
is,
be
Sean, if
around
somebody
the
doesn't
essence
eat
of it.
something and then you give it to Gypsy got kicked off. If you give somebody something like that they don't typically eat, that can make them physically sick. I
No,
don't
that's
want
what
them, you
that's
know.
that's that's what I'm saying. Like if you just don't like it, that's different. But if you're allergic to it, just the essence of it, you could be like scrape it off, but the essence of it is still there, and it's still gonna fuck with it.
Well, no, that's what I'm
right,
saying. Even if they don't like it. So let's use pork as an example. I would never be like, oh, just scrape it off. It's okay. Because if they don't eat
right,
pork and I give them something with pork in it and say scrape it off, or I cooked it with something that was around pork, them ingesting that could still mess their stomach up and make them
right.
physically sick. Now they're going to survive, but why even ask them to go through that discomfort? That's not fair when it's just as easy to make something that's not exposed to that or doesn't
Well,
have
Right.
it in
I
your
mean
house.
that goes for anything. If you eat beef and you stop eating beef and you stop
Yeah,
eating it for a while, then you go back and eat some beef because you're like, oh, I ain't had beef in 3 years. You're gonna get sick.
right.
Right.
So I stay out of consideration when people are asking you to their home. Be
Right.
mindful of that. You can't cook all your favorites and then expect everybody else to just go along to get along. On the flip side, I have a friend that their family does Thanksgiving to go or Christmas or whatever holiday it was. And they were like, I don't want to go because they vegan and vegetarian and they'll be cooking shit and we all have to take our own food. And I was like, that's a little crazy. Again,
Right.
if you're gonna invite people into your home, like how are you gonna demand they bring their own food to eat? That's crazy as hell to me.
You
Well,
gonna make me
I
eat
I
no
can I
pussy?
can see that if you're a vegetarian, you like look. this is what we're gonna have, but if you want meat, you need to bring your own meat.
No, because to me, if you host it, right,
Right.
it's not like they're volunteering and saying your house is bigger. Can you? If you want everybody to
Right.
cancel their plans and come to your house because you want to host it, then you need to cater to the people that are coming. You can't mandate, I'm only going to do what I want to do for me and
Right.
my family, and everybody else that's coming, fuck y'all, bring your own shit. Even though I'm asking everybody to come because I want to host it. Like, that's crazy as hell to me.
I feel you
Cater,
Yep.
on that.
cater
I
to the
feel
group.
you, but you gotta look at the times we live in. People feel like they are entitled.
People be the audacity is
Well,
crazy.
they get well. The audacity is great. Then they need to stay their ass at home.
Hmm.
See, I feel like in that
But
situation, it should
all
be
right.
flipped. Somebody else should be hosting,
So
and then you take your
Right.
vegetarian or your vegan
let
things.
me
You know
let
what I'm
me read
saying?
this. Let me read these
Hold on.
comments that y'all can't read them
Yeah,
and
because
shit.
we
So
can't see it, and I'm trying to understand why we can't see it.
Keep it
I
moving,
don't. Well,
Jesse. Go ahead, Shan.
I'm logged in on my phone as well. That's where I see
Don't
these shit.
matter.
Not
Keep
I
it
am
this
moving.
right
too.
What's
here.
the comment?
What's coming?
So all right. So this is in reference to the men wanting to be pampered or whatever. So Melly Mel says it's like if they pay half the bills, they want to be praised every day. They need to king every second when they walk in and expect you to drop and give them all your time every time. And I mean,
Yeah.
well, I don't know who them niggas are because if you paying half, your ultimate goal is to be paying 100.
Right.
Ultimately, as a man.
Should be.
But at the same time, that's because that's what society told you.
Read the
And what a
comment
lot.
again for me,
Hold
Sean,
on, wait.
please.
Now
Okay,
read
so
it again.
it's like if they pay half the bills, they want to be praised every day. They need to be king every second when they walk in and expect you to drop and give them all your time every time.
I think I didn't hear that right the first time. Okay, I'm glad I asked you to read that back. So go ahead with what you were saying.
Well, what I'm saying is that ultimately, yeah, as a man, that's what you want, but that's because that's what society tells you. But what society does not do is give you the dowry to do the 100%.
What?
What?
Repeat that
What?
again.
What?
What? They
Say
don't give you the dowry. See, back in
what?
the day, when a man married a woman, her family gave him a sizable amount of money and some land that they had it to be able to take care of that woman.
The woman's family was not always giving the man's family the dowry. Sometimes it was the man giving the woman's family the dowry to show proof that he could take care of her and provide
Right.
and take her from her family's home up
Right.
under
Okay,
his
so
roof.
cite that.
What do you mean cite that? What?
Cite that. Where's that coming from?
There's still African cultures that do it today.
Yep. That's how they pay for
That's
the life.
that's that's only because shit has flipped. Originally, see, this is the
Let me
thing.
go look.
Yeah, look it
I
I'm
up.
don't believe
listening.
you.
Because originally, the woman's family gave the dowry. That's why it's called. It's got a name. It's a dowry
The
to the
dowry
man.
is,
To the man
Oh yeah. Yeah.
when
Yeah.
he
but what I'm
married.
saying is so I guess the point that I'm trying to make is it's not one way or the other. There are still women's families that pay the
Wait a
man.
minute.
There are still men
You're
that pay
wrong,
the woman. So
Sean.
either way it goes,
Yeah, you're wrong, Sean. You know what it said? What was the purpose of the dowry? The original purpose of a dowry was to compensate the bride's family for the loss of her labor and her reproductive potential. Somewhere before the start of the ancient Roman period, the custom became reversed so that the bride's family had to give a dowry to the husband's kin. So originally, he had to pay for her. And that's exactly what I was always taught, that it was he had to pay for her.
Yeah, nah, that's not it. Somebody wrote that bullshit. because they
No.
wanted to write. No, somebody wrote that bullshit because they wanted to write it. Because that wasn't the key. Because what you gotta understand is we came from a matriarchal society. Before men were in control, before women were in control. Women were the lead. Women were the ones, and that's why the whole dowry thing got started. But because men want to be men, that I gotta be a man, I'm in control. They want to write shit to make it seem like okay, yeah, and this is what it is, and this is what it is. But it's not. It's really not. It is really not.
So I'm gonna
But
say I
hey,
don't know which one came first because I've never researched it. I would have to research it and get
it's
into
it's
it.
Right.
a it's a it's a chicken and the egg. It is what it is.
Which one came first? But um, but I still will say that's why I had you read the comment again because I was like, wait, I don't think I heard that right the first time. Um, I can't speak from a 50-50 perspective because I've never been in a relationship where I had a man talk to me about 50-50. I have more of a provider type mindset, is what I expect, and that's what I've experienced, right? But also to be clear, I'm not going out there telling men you better pay my bills and you better be a provider. Like,
Right.
no. Um,
That's what the world tells men
as far as well, there are a lot of men who agree with it and a lot of men who don't. I say there's somebody for everybody. So
because
if you
they've
don't
been
like it, it's somebody else
brainwashed.
that loves it,
They've been brainwashed. That's all it is to it.
whatever that may be. Because I'm not here to tell a
Because
man how he got to be a
if
man.
you look at our roots,
I just decide what I want, and then it's up to
who
the man that wants to be
if
in my life
if
to
you
decide if that's who he is.
if you look at our roots, us
Mhm.
us as melanated people, who held it down? The men may have went off and did shit, but who held it down? I mean, niggas used to come home and
Women.
get a check. Like, here go the
And I
check.
think it's still the same way.
Well, that's
But
because
but who held it down?
I'm
women
agreeing with you,
because
Sean. It's still the same way that women held it
right,
down. We're just
right,
holding it down differently now and saying, if you expect me to do all, see, here's where I come in with this. If you expect me to do all of this emotional labor, give you access to the deepest parts of my softness, be vulnerable and fragile, which you let my guard down, come out of my masculine, all the things that it takes for me to be out there in the world and make shit happen. Because I operate in my masculine in my business. That's how I can command a room of 50 to 100 people. That's how I can assess everybody's personalities and personalize shit on the fly at the front of the room and make it work. Sometimes for stuff I've never even taught when I get tagged in at the last minute, right? That's my masculine. But if you want me to come out of that and operate in my more feminine and softer energy and put my more masculine parts to the side most of the time, then you're going to have to do something that offsets that. And for me, because I can't talk for all women, for me, that means that you're going to come in taking some of this shit off my plate. And if you don't want to, I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to say you less than a man. I'm not going to
yep,
judge you. I'm going to say we're not the right fit. And so, because I give people space, I'm not here to tell a man how to be a man. I give people space to be who the fuck they want to be. I have to decide if I want you. You got to decide if you can be what I want and if I'm what you want, right? Grown people have to have those conversations. But going
mhm,
back to the conversation on the comment, like I said, I can't talk from that perspective because I've not had that.
right,
But I think if a woman is going 50-50 and paying all the bills, both people better be damn sure praising both people. Everybody be participating in the
right,
housework. Everybody better be taking care of them damn kids.
right,
Everybody better be working on the budget together. We need to be having a family meeting every Sunday night. Talk about all this stuff. Because if you want me to go 50-50 and I got to take care of the household and I got to do that, that ain't 50-50. What that is a 50-50 on the finances, but a 75 likely 25 or give or take whatever percentage, here or there on the housework and
mhm,
other. That's crazy work to me. That's
right,
insane. And that's what a lot of women get upset about when it comes to that 50-50 conversation, because a lot of the men that they're referencing want 50-50 on the bills, but the woman is still likely responsible for a majority of the household and or the division of labor when it comes to the kids. And that, in
right.
fact, is not fair. If we're going to split it, we split this bitch all the way down the middle.
pew, pew, pew.
That's how I live.
I'm gonna shoot holes in your theory
Go right ahead.
because even when a nigga doing everything, as far as taking care of everything, women still want to complain. Oh, he not home enough. He works too much. He got to handle everything
That's not
financially.
true though, because every woman is not saying that.
There's a large percentage that do.
So I can talk about it because I was there when I was married. He was working 12, 14-hour days after I was in my car accident and I was no longer working. We went from a 2-income household to a 1-income household. But even before that, he still took care of the majority of everything financially. And I did stuff in the household, right? But when we went to 1 income and I knew that he had to make it work, I wasn't complaining because he was coming home late. You know what I was doing? Let me make sure you got lunch. Let me make sure you got snacks. I'm finna give you extras because you coming home and telling me your coworker likes it. So I'm gonna make you extra so you can share with them. Like, you got to think in the mindset of how does my household and how does my family survive. So those are trifling ass selfish ass
Right.
women. But a woman who is truly invested in seeing her man thrive and seeing her household thrive is not complaining because he's working long hours. She's either figuring out, okay, if the finances are not there for him to be home the way that I would like, how can I offset this sum
Right.
to make his job easier? Whether that's a side hustle, whether that's cutting down on the budget, whatever that may be, or let me make his life easier when he is coming home late at night so that he's resting, so that he's safe when he's out there doing his job and he comes home safe the next day. Like, that's how a grown ass woman looks at it when her man is saying, let me handle all of this so you don't have to. And anybody that's not, I'm gonna call it out and say that's a fucking selfish ass woman. Because if you're going to ask him to be that, then you got to match that in the other way and show up. And if not, then you don't deserve that from him. I mean, to me, it is what it is because right is right. Reciprocity is reciprocity. If he's giving in that way, then you should be doing more around the household so that he doesn't have to worry about it. That's y'all's 100 together or 50-50 together. He may be taking care of all the bills and you're handling all these other things. But if he paying all the bills and you sitting on your ass talking about we need a maid and he can't afford that and you're mad, that's crazy as hell to me. I mean, that's how I feel. That's crazy as hell to me.
Nah, I'm just saying that's what a lot of people do.
But on the flip side, Sean, you have to also agree that there are a lot of men that will argue a woman down that she need to help contribute to the bills and go 50-50 on all the bills. And then when he come home, I'm tired. You got to understand, I've been at home working all day. She tired too. But you still want
Right.
her to take care of the kids. You still want her to do the laundry. You still want her to
Right.
do the house cleaning. You still want her to do the grocery shopping. But sir, she been at work just like you have. So if you want 50-50, why are you not making it 50-50 in that household with all them things that got to be done to make that household run? Again,
And
right is
see,
right. Reciprocity is reciprocity.
I can't speak to that part because I ain't that type of nigga. I mean, I've raised other niggas' kids, so you know, I'm not that nigga, so I don't know about that part. I can only speak about the female part of it that I'm aware of because that's what I've dealt with. You know.
What were the other comments?
Okay, so it was
Right.
it was it was it was all along that line. So the next one,
Okay.
the,
So we pretty much answered them. So
well, hold on, wait. Let me
Oh,
say
let
this
him
one
read.
though. Let me say this one though. You
uh-oh.
know, I feel like I go as hard as he do, or more some days. But he
Mhm.
still want me to be all over him. But then again, don't initiate anything like what happened to the leaders.
Mm.
Oh, damn.
I mean, and I feel that because I know niggas like that. You know, I'm
That's
like
crazy.
when they tell me shit, I'm like, yo, you should nah, man, fuck that. Just say, all right, you fucking up. And I tell them, you fucking up. So don't be surprised when X, Y, and Z happen, because you fucking
When
up.
she started cheating,
Don't be
Right.
surprised when X, Y, and Z happen, because she
when
either
she
going to
started
cheat
cheating, because it's
or
another dude
she
out there like, baby, I'll pay your bills and make your life easier. You ain't got to
or
work as much. I'll
or
help
she
pay your
gonna leave.
college tuition or whatever. Or she'll feel like I could do bad by myself. I could do good by myself. Like you said, Sean, she going to be and go get her own place and pay her own shit,
Right.
Cause shit,
you
if she
know.
gonna struggle, fuck it.
Yeah,
Facts.
if I'm gonna struggle by myself. I'm not gonna struggle and look at your ass.
The devil is a lie.
But then, I
Right.
mean, the flip side of that, and so what a lot of people don't understand is that there are a lot of women out there that don't appreciate what they have because
Yeah.
somebody's always in their ear telling them, "Oh, you should have this and you should have that." When it's like,
Yeah.
if you appreciate what you got and you actually work and build what you got, you can have everything you want.
Yeah.
But
Now,
because
there's
you
men
you
like
you
that
so
too.
you so focused on what everybody else is telling you, you focus on the wrong shit and you fuck a good thing up.
There's men
Well,
like that.
I was gonna say, do you think from the masculine perspective, do you and what you see, Sean, do you think it's more men that let their families get in their business, in their relationships, and in their
Mhm.
marriages and in their ear, or do you think that you've seen more women that have done it?
I mean, well, of course, from my point of view, I've seen more women that have done it because I've never dealt with a nigga. I don't know what they fuck. You
No,
know what
but
I'm
you got
saying?
friends and family. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, I got roots and
But
family, and I
friend,
tell
but
them
men,
niggas when
yeah.
they fuck it up, yeah, you fuck it up. But at the same time, I don't be really knowing because niggas ain't gonna always tell you everything. They tell
And
you what
with
they want
men,
you to know.
they mess it up because of what other people may think, like what their friends may think or whatever, because their friend may not find their woman as attractive. And so no, there are men that fuck it up like that. There are. There
Hey,
are.
fuck it. If that's who you attract to, that's who you attract to. Ain't nothing about business.
But
That's why
there
I'm
are
not
men,
with. That's why I'm not with her because I don't find her attractive. But you do. Fuck it. You
but
love it. I
that's
like it.
but that's the thing is that so it may not always be family that makes a person mess up the relationship. Again, those are people with blurred boundaries.
mm,
Blurred boundaries will make you go out here and fuck your whole life up and then be up here needing a nurse and trying to then go back and I always did. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You just old now and need a nurse. No.
well, so do you think this is why a lot of people get caught up in that 80-20 trap? Like you can have 80% of what you want here, but that 20% over that looks like gold glittering, baby, because you're not having to cut that
Mhm.
grass and tend to that house, right? But when you
Mhm.
get over there to have to put in the same work that you were putting over here, all of a sudden you realize it wasn't that great because now
Mhm.
you got to work just as hard. It just looked
Mhm.
easy because you weren't the
Right.
one doing the work, right?
Right.
I mean,
And
the
I think
grass,
that's
the
also
grass
why.
is always greener when it's the side piece.
Well, it's always greener on the part that you water and mow.
Well, I think it's always greener on the part that you ain't taking care of because you don't see all that goes into taking care of it.
You ain't fertilizing. You
Yeah,
ain't plowing. You ain't pulling weeds. You ain't doing
yeah.
none of that.
You're comparing it to something that you're not doing. You know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, it's easier to judge that over there and be like, damn, she got a fat ass. Or he got a big dick in them gray sweatpants. But you don't know all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, all the hell that you got to put up with to deal with that person to get that fat ass or that big dick. All you're looking at is the outside, or this is why a lot of women get caught up from what I've seen. They're looking at that man over there taking care of that woman. You don't know he beating her ass behind the scenes, or he's verbally
That
or
part.
emotionally abusive, right? You
Right.
don't know what she's putting up with to live that lifestyle,
Right.
right? Or she may be telling you something that ain't really real. So you done took her man and now you done got over there, baby. He wasn't paying all them bills. He told her she got to kick in, right? She was just lying to hype it up to make everybody else think she had the life. So a lot of people are
Right.
operating on what they think something is versus what
It
the
really
true
is.
reality is, right? And so again, whether it's your family for the holidays, whether it's a relationship that you want to participate in, whatever it is, I think we have to have the courage to figure out what our needs are and be upfront about those boundaries, because boundaries are not for the other people, they're for you. Your boundaries are your line in the sand of how you expect people to treat you, your standards and expectations. And it's up to you when people don't respect them and honor them to enforce the consequences of whatever that behavior is, right? A lot of people are afraid to do that. They're afraid to do that.
Well,
So,
because they're afraid of us. being ostracized, because truthfully, again, that goes back to childhood, because when you didn't conform, you were usually ostracized as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, and I think we have pack mentality as human beings. We are our complexity and our makeup makes us draw towards connection, but we're going towards connection that is familiar sometimes versus connection that is healthy. And I always hear people say it's so hard to make friends now that we're adults. I think it's not hard, it's just different. You know, when you're in high school, when you're in college, or when you're working in a 9 to 5 and you see people every day, it is much easier to build a relationship with them because you are exposed to them more consistently versus if you are self-employed, entrepreneur, business owner, whatever you want to call it, and or you're not in those particular type of environments. You actually got to put more effort into meeting people randomly. I just saw a comment pop up, don't know how that happened.
yeah, right.
Nadina said, I saw that, and the black church is the worst thing for the black community. I can't agree with you more, girl. Like
Yep,
1,000 times yes.
yep.
Yes.
Because a lot of times they try to um guise the toxicity behind the scripture and make you feel like you crazy for calling them out on it.
Yeah. Another hot topic before we run out of time. So did y'all see I don't forgot the chick's name, but whoever Charlie Kirk wife is, I don't know if it's real because I hadn't had a chance to really look into it. But apparently she's supposed to be pregnant. They had sex the morning that he was unalived, and so now she's supposed to be pregnant. And her and JD Vance have never been intimate, so
Are
it
you
cannot
sure?
possibly be his.
Right. Not the way he was grabbing her ass when she had them leather pants on. I'm just saying. No.
Well, you can't really fault him for that. He like fucking couches, so you know. And that leather pants might have reminded him of a soft Italian leather couch or something.
Hold up, y'all. Okay, so I jumped in on my old phone and I can see the comments now. I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
but I can see the comments now. Melly Mel, who is you? I don't know if
You
you
can
a
see
girl or
all
guy,
of them.
but she said never. He or she said, "Never mind, sir. LOL. They ain't trying to let you talk." Survive. Kiss my ass. Sean,
I
know
mean,
he
you know
can intervene.
you can't fuck with her when she right though.
Yes, I can. What did Benny tell you when he was on here with us that night? Sir, you better jump in the conversation. You a man. So I'm gonna tell you the same thing, Sean. You a
See,
man.
I feel that. Yeah, you my man. That's why I let the bullshit slide off my back. But at the same time, you know what? I'm gonna be respectful.
Go home.
I'm gonna let y'all talk. But if y'all
Sean
say
don't
something
be
too crazy, then yeah, I gotta say something. I
Sean don't
can't
be
let y'all
intervening
just
unless he firing shots.
because that's when y'all say some crazy. Okay, now I got to step in. I can't let that slide. That's some bullshit.
But no, for real, Melly Mel, thank you. Is this your first time seeing us? How did you find us? Thank you for tuning in with us and sharing your thoughts. And so sorry that I don't know why we couldn't see your comments, but if there's something that you want to make sure that we saw, just pop it back in there again. So either Sean can see it or I can see it because we want to make sure that we get to all the comments that y'all wanted us to address. Um, Commercial break before we end. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you get notified when we go live. You can also click that bell button to make sure that you don't miss anything. And make sure that you click the share button on this video and share it out with the people that matter to you, because these are the conversations that oftentimes we need to be having in our community, and we're afraid to. We don't maybe know the words to start it, don't know how to get into it. And so a lot of times we get feedback that people watch our episodes and then they go have those hard conversations because we beat our
Well,
mic
I'm
down up.
gonna say this. Fuck
Mm.
that. Say what's on your mind. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck.
Sean, we ain't trying to
Fuck
get
it.
nobody put out their family.
Right.
Yo, fuck them.
Well,
You got
yeah,
issues with them
there's
anyway.
that.
Fuck them.
Like, yeah,
And if they
part of
ain't,
them.
if they ain't trying to hear you, get the fuck up and leave.
I mean, I'm with
Well,
you when you're right, but everybody can't do that. That's still the reality. They're not in a position where they feel like they can do that.
well, the reality is that some people only deal with people because they're related. Like truthfully, if they weren't related, they wouldn't mess with them because they don't even like them as people.
And you ain't gotta deal with them just because you related. Just because you related don't mean you gotta deal with them.
Oh,
Who the fuck wrote that rule?
I've, I've stopped dealing with people just because we're related.
Yeah, who wrote that rule?
I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs in the comments, y'all. So we had Adrian Vasquez saying, hey, thank you for
Hey,
tuning in. We had Caroline Jabrito. Please forgive me if I butchered your name. Hey, Sam Perkins. Hey, Designated Survivor. That's an interesting beard, but they said
like it.
interesting comment, but they said they love the beard, Sean. Okay. So there's that. We had Melly Mel again. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, Alicia, how you doing? I think I called out your name. Okay, yeah. So, Sean, I'm surprised I didn't see you rubbing on the beard tonight.
I mean, I do sometimes. Sometimes I don't. It's just, I mean, it's not anything intentional. It's just something that happens, you know.
Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't.
No, I always feel like a nut. Shit, fuck that.
Nope, I'm not going there with you. And moving on. But I'm going to take that as an intro. So, ladies, what I heard was, ladies, if you're loving the beard and you feeling the sexy chocolate, shoot your shot, baby. That's what I heard. Shoot your shot. You know, if you need to get in touch with him, we're going to say that you can email us at sexintimacypower@gmail.com. If y'all don't know how to spell sex, intimacy, or power, we got different problems. So I ain't going to even put that up on the screen tonight. But you can email us at sexintimacypower@gmail.com. Also, there's a link in the description of the video that is up under every video when we go live. And you'll see our form link. If you want to be on screen with us and be brave and get in a hot seat with us one day, or you got some fire shit to talk about, we want to hear from you. So make sure that you send that info to us. Or if you've just got comments or questions that you are a little bit nervous about putting out in the open on the comments, send them to us. You can do the anonymous option and not put your email or anything in. You could just put it in that form and send it to us, and we'll be sure to respond to it as long as it's appropriate. And we could do that on air.
Wait a minute. Now, all the shit we talk about, what do you mean, long as it's appropriate? Lord, never mind.
Because some things we still got to operate with YouTube guidelines, y'all. So some stuff we just can't damn say. You know.
Like what? Like can we say if a guy got you in back shots, he started swinging your butt? Do you like that? Can we say that?
If a guy got you in what?
In back shots, doggy style. He started swinging your butt.
What was the rest of what you said? If a guy got you in back shots, what?
And he started swinging your butt. Do you like that? You know, can we say that?
Well, hell, you done said it now, so I guess we can.
We'll know if we ban next week.
I don't wanna, go against any guidelines. That's what I was asking.
Well, we do have a disclaimer and a flag on here that we are a grown folk channel. So
that too.
Well, ladies, let us know in the comments if it's a yes or no.
Okay, so apparently that's a real question Sean wants y'all to answer. If you getting back shots,
I mean, since I put it out there, I mean, hell, it might as well be a real question.
He says, since it's out there now, just go on and answer it. If we ban next week, then you'll never see us again. So there's that.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
Anywho. But like, share, subscribe. Tune in next week. We have started putting our topics up ahead of time. So make sure you subscribe. Go look, see if there's something that may interest you later on. Look at some of our old stuff. Just come on by.
Ain't that what they used to say? Come on in the room. Hey. Yeah, but they were talking about somebody else. So we're going to invite y'all in the room with us into this conversation. Again, make sure that you like this video, share this video, and if you just can't drop your comments or your thoughts in the open public space here. We understand. Just use that link that's in the description for the video. Sean has officially run out of liquor to drink, and we have hit about 90 minutes. And y'all know that's when my brain starts to tap out and hit that timer. I am done peopling for the night. I want to go be quiet by myself. Gypsy is empty too. I'm gonna go finish drinking my blood juice, as Sean so poetically called it. With that being said, be looking out.
She Blade's sister, y'all.
With that being said, be looking out before the night is over. We will have our next topics up going into December up for you, so that you can save those and get the notifications when we are ready. If you got topic ideas, we want to hear those too.
Absolutely.
And again, Sean said that was a real question. He wants y'all to answer. So
I want to know.
Even after this replay is done, you can still pop in the comments and answer, and we'll be sure to go back and look. Also, make sure that you go back through those replays, because a lot of the things that y'all do email me on the questions form, we have talked about them. So make sure that you're going back through those replays and checking those old videos out as well, and sharing your thoughts and letting us know. With that being said, happy holidays, y'all. Gobble, gobble. Happy Thanksgiving, whatever the hell you celebrating, Turkey Day, be great. Enjoy the people that you love more than anything else. If you don't like them, don't deal with them, but make sure that you spend some time with somebody that you love this week, and find something to be just thankful for in your own space. Yeah, because life is a beautiful thing. And for those of y'all in the woo-woo, in the spiritual, in the metaphysical lane, it's a powerful, energetic day, because everybody putting that gratitude out in the atmosphere. So if you're working on manifesting something, if you got a prayer or a need that you've been really seeking spirit to get met, it is a powerful week and a powerful day to be working on those petitions and those rituals, because all of that energy is swirling around. So why not take advantage of it and use it for your goodness? All right, then. Anything else for y'all to drop on the table before we let this episode go, y'all?
Don't be making them whack ass mac and cheese for Thanksgiving. That's sacrilegious.
What is
whack
ass mac and cheese?
Raisins and nothing either.
What? Ew. What is macaroni and cheese? What is whack ass macaroni and cheese?
Whack and cheese is that bullshit that ain't good.
They'll be the shit.
You had some bullshit that wasn't good. Well, they put that
like they put
breadcrumb bullshit on it. You know what I'm saying? That bullshit ain't good.
And like you said, don't show them damn raisins.
If you know you can't cook, just bring the plates or the soda.
Or paper
bring
towel.
The drinks. Bring something other than whatever the fuck bullshit you trying to bring.
God be damn. On that note, we will see y'all next week.